Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel, where we just have fun decoding and there's no financial advice here. I just wanted to get into it a little quickly here. Hold on, I'm gonna have to put my stuff on airplane mode so nothing pops up on my screen. Alright, I found this interesting. Okay, I just want to show you. Remember this tweet? Michael Arrington? Sorry. Michael Arrington. He goes, he's with, Brett Garlinghouse, all these other people, the palm tree crew, right? I'm just showing you. Yeah, the palm trees. Palms. Mr. Poole, he tweeted this out, right? But the other day in the news, this popped up. This popped up here. Scientist says spider as big as your palm could soon invade East New York. Look at this spider. Scientists say spider as big as your palm can soon invade East New York. East New York, invade East Coast, which I'm relating to as New York City. I'm just thinking this has to do with a lawsuit. I'm not sure, but okay, now why I think it has to do with the lawsuit? Because just by them wording it and comparing it to your palm, I just showed you. Hold on. Yeah, I just showed you that. But look at the legs. I want to show you why. Look at the legs. Look at the stance, right? Where else do you remember seeing this particular stance? Oh my God, is there like two black eyes? Hold on a second. It looks like there's like two black eyes right underneath my finger. Or like a face or something like that. Hold on a second. Oh shit. Look at the legs. We had the black and yellow stripy legs with the two little black dots there and the eyes on the body. This creature was on the Grateful Dead Ripple song. So the Grateful Dead has a song called Ripple. There's a whole other video. There's a lot of videos on that if you really want to get into that. But yes, Grateful Dead got a song. It's called Ripple. And this is the front cover. This is, I guess, the thumbnail. This might be the thumbnail, if I'm not mistaken, on their cover. Now, this spider looks exactly, well, let me say, the spider's legs look exactly like the spider I just showed you. And we had those two little dots. The eyes are the two little black dots I seen on the spider. Now let's go back to the spider again. This is the spider on a different angle that I took. They showed the spider on different angles. So this is one angle that they showed. Look at the legs. Here's another angle they showed the spider. Look at the legs. And then look on the body right there. Look at the two little eyes. That should look like, it could look like the eyes that were on the Ripple spider. I mean, this is what I see, I'm sure half the people that watch this are not going to see that. But that's what I see. I see the two little dots, and this is what they're talking about. So I really think that, time is near for me, for what I'm holding. I don't know what you guys are holding. I'm not telling you guys to buy anything. No financial advice here. But I'm just saying that this was on the news. When did I take this picture? Let's see. March 10th. So that's when it was. 7:30 in the morning I took this picture. And yes, that spider does look exactly like the other one. I don't want to hear it. I'm just saying. There's a lot of things going on. Anyway, besides that spider, we know there's a lot of things going on. I heard that Russia is buying Tether, Bitcoin, and XRP. Shiba making moves. I hear Turkey's even looking into accepting Shiba. I don't know if they're going to be accepting Shiba as their legal tender, but I did see an article stating that they're looking to accept payment in Shiba to hedge their inflation. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on. You know, this war thing is moving along fast. You know, they're talking about a lot with cryptocurrency and how if he can get around the sanctions. So I'm really thinking that a lot of these events that are going on are just going to push regulatory clarity for cryptocurrency in the States faster than we can imagine. I know we've all been waiting for many years. And I'd like to know what you guys think about this war and how it's related to crypto in the comments. See how you guys feel about this. Another reason why, not to say that it's not serious over there, but another reason why I think that I can't believe everything I see or hear about in Ukraine is, look at this guy. Isn't this the president of Ukraine? All right, and you can type it in there, playing piano with this Wang Wang over here for 5 minutes. All right, this guy's an actor. I'm not saying that he's acting now, I'm just saying that he's an actor. And it's hard to believe what's going on over there when you hear certain people involved in certain fields. So we shall see what happens with this war. I think it's really to keep an eye on the war, to see how Russia's going to move. And that will let us know how closer we are for them flipping this switch. Now getting back to the number 88, I was watching some clip on, I think it was on Instagram, and this guy was talking about, how Russia is much closer to America than we really think, or we're really told. And I don't know from what point in Russia he was measuring to another point in the States, but here it is. You can look it up over here. That's the name fact, whatever it is. But he basically says it's only 88 kilometers away, which I thought was pretty funny because, like I said, if this war is connected with crypto, then that means the number 88 is somewhere connected through all this mess. A lot of things is connected. A lot of things are connected. You know? And you can look up, for instance, just look up code 88 Nicolas Cage, and it'll bring you to this channel where this guy or whoever the person is shows you all these different movies that have all these different signs and symbolisms. I mean, I thought Back to the Future and the other ones were, a lot of information in those ones. But my mind was blown when you figure out, like, how many people are tied to, like, the agenda, the story. Like Jim Carrey, Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Nicolas Cage. I mean, Nicolas Cage followed the number 88 in quite a few movies. And for some reason, we can resemble 88 as the towers. For some reason, they do. I mean, I don't know. If you think about it also, in Back to the Future, they showed a lot of Statue of Liberty. Not a lot, but they showed you a few images of Statue of Liberty. And the Liberty was also donated to America in like the 1880s, somewhere in the 1880s. So right there you have 88 that's together. And then the first currency, like I did a video on before, like when the Phoenix came in, when the Phoenix currency first came in the Greeks, that came in 1828. So you got the two eights there. And for the other people that really like think that this is all bullshit and numbers don't mean nothing, and movies, there's always one guy on here that's always saying that movies are full of shit that have nothing to do with what's going on. Just to show you how the number 88 is so connected, right, to the towers. All right, I'm going to show you. Hold on a second. I'm going to do it live on here so you can see I ain't pulling no funny games. See. How many lights make up the World Trade Center tribute? Oh, I got on plane mode, so hold on a second. So here, on 11 minutes I'm doing this is crazy. How many lights make up the World Trade Center tribute? The tribute and lights is a art, blah, 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 September 11 text. It consists of 88 vertical searchlights arranged in 2 columns of light to represent the towers it stands. Okay, you see? 88 vertical searchlights make up the World Trade Center tribute. Okay? So you can keep being in denial and stating that these things don't connect, or whatever you want to believe, but I'm just showing you how powerful things are connected through numbers. And why gematria is something, I believe in more and more when they say numbers are connected through everything. Once I seen this, I'm like, wow, 88 lights that make up the World Trade Center. 88 miles per hour. 1988, the movie Twins came out with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. And if you didn't know, in the movie, Danny DeVito's name was Benedict, and then you have Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then if you are smart enough to put things together, you have Benedict Arnold. Okay? You can get silly, you can go back and forth, but there's a lot of crazy things down there also. I mean, in the movie Twins, what were they doing? They were collecting DNA to make a perfect, I guess, person or something, but they were collecting DNA. They had 6 fathers, and they were collecting DNA. What do you think all these tests, these PCR tests were doing? Collecting DNA. Alright, so I just find it, very interesting and stuff like that. And when you can see these things and see how things are connected and stuff like that, then you can pretty much learn to understand where to position yourself to benefit from these things. You never want to go too deep down a rabbit hole, because you might just get stuck in a hole, if you know what I mean. So it's just to, see what's going on, see the numbers connect, and understanding how the numbers connect, and, just putting your mind together and just trying to benefit from everything else. It's crazy to see how everything is kind of intertwined with one another. Like I said, now they're talking about Krima. There's something else they keep talking about. Let me see if I can play something for you. Yeah, you can't really hear it that good, so I'm not going to play it. But if you listen for yourself, you go on 1010 Wins, or if you listen to Bloomberg Radio, you hear them speak a lot about, I think it's called Krima, in the Kremlin, over there. Which is crazy too, because like I said, the story over there in Krima is that they have a really bad drought over there also. Supposedly, the people over there were turning off the water and stuff like that in that area, which destroyed the agriculture and stuff like that. I mean, you can look it up for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. But a lot of things are happening. Between Shiba, Turkey's looking into adopting them somehow, taking payments. This war thing is going on. You see, all of a sudden, the doctor from Brooklyn, Faricho, though, is nowhere to be found. All of a sudden. So, a lot of things are going on. We just got to keep our eyes on this particular war. I don't think any of these charts or anything is going to show us anything. Without these announcements and stuff like that, nothing's really going to be happening. You know? Just think about it also. I just want to break this down to you. The movement of XRP. Now, you see yesterday which was 311. You see how 311 comes out. 311 also in 2020. I think that's when everything was shutting down, or they're trying to put a curve on everything. And now 311 of this year, Ripple wins a big movement with the SEC. So a lot of big things happen on 311, March 11th. But you see how that news came out and we had a nice little movement. I mean, it was only a couple of pennies, but it was a nice little movement. And this is just the regular people like us, buying into it here and there. And remember, it's not on every exchange. It's not really easy to buy right now. And we're able to move it that little. For everybody who thinks that XRP can't move, you don't know. Like, I heard that Amazon is holding on to 10 billion XRPs. And places like Walmart and BJ's and Costco, they're holding on to a few million XRPs for payments. And a lot of big retailers out there, Macy's, big department stores and websites, they're holding on to a few million XRPs. Just think of what Amazon is holding on to, 10 billion XRPs. What do you think the price is going to be after they make the announcement and it gives the green light for all big institutes and banks to use XRP? You really think that we're going to make some type of difference if these people are sitting on 10 billion XRPs and they're using them in their system? That's why when people tell you the price is going to shoot up overnight, it's because it's going to fucking shoot up overnight and you ain't going to be able to grasp it. And you got to also understand that you have to buy a certain amount of XRPs in order to open up an account. So imagine if it hits $100 and you need 10 XRPs to open up an account. You need a minimum of $1,000 right now. How many people are going to have that without any jobs or anything like that? You ever seen the race with the rabbit and the tortoise? That's what's going on right now. And XRP is the tortoise. It's the turtle. It is slow. And before you know it, it just looks like a shell without even moving. All arms, legs, neck, or all inside of the shell. And you know what they're doing in the shell? They're planning. They're in defense mode and they're building. They're building knowledge and foundations. And when they're ready to go, that's when the arms and the legs will come out and the head, just like Voltron. Remember that robot, Voltron, back in the days in the 80s we used to watch? Just like that. But it's not like to the extent where pieces have to come together. This story is pieces are coming out. Okay? The tortoise will come out of its shell and then move forward when it's ready to move forward to the final stage, to the end of the race, to the end game of where everybody is going to wait and see that the tortoise will be the winner. The rabbit might be ahead of the game. They might hold the first and second spot as of today, but you can only hold on to that spot for so long. With the agendas of going green, zero carbon, with these more of these stories being pushed out. I even seen somebody even get diagnosed with climate change. I don't know if it was a joke or not. I didn't even look into it, but just to hear that somebody got diagnosed with climate change is just showing me how we're getting much closer. And like I said, the rabbit will be chilling at the end, thinking that he has time, showing off with his friends. And at least before you know it, there'll be a glitch in the system, and the tortoise will show up right on the finish line, and will complete the race, and that'll be game done. The rabbit will be finished, and they'll be able to live with themselves. And who knows how far the rabbit will fall down the rabbit hole in value. But we shall see. You watch the race and you let me know. XRP is the turtle in this one. We're just waiting to have some fun. When they're ready is when they will release the hounds. And that's when price will shoot up like you will never see anything before. And that's why they will say that people's faces will melt, because they will be like, wow, this thing was at this price for this long, and so many people were telling me to buy this, to get into this, and I denied them in disbelief and kept my paper money under my mattress. Kept the paper money stuffed in my kid's teddy bear. And now it all becomes close to worthless. And I say close to worthless is because if you would have had your paper money into digital format, you would have made out when most of these coins turn over. Yeah, it's only up to you to understand and do your own research and see what's going to survive and what's not. You have to figure out what's going to help and change the world and solve a problem. And that's who will be here. Okay? Hbar is another one. Don't sleep on Hbar, okay? Hbar was presented in Back to the Future in 1985. That's how far back they had plans for Hbar. It's on the taxi cab. Back to the Future 2. Go look it up yourself. Biff gets dropped off with a taxi cab. Okay? And if you notice in the taxi cab, he had to pay by scanning his finger. Okay? These are all futuristic stuff. So that's just going to tell you how Hbar and XRP is on that cab too. You got to do your own research. Look at the cab yourself, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Or you can go back and look at some of my Back to the Future videos and Hbar videos, and you'll see what I'm talking about. To the point that you can even see that there's a cab documentary, and you can see, they don't really show you, but you can see that there's something on the windows frame that says Hbar, but they never mention anything about it in the documentary. Okay, so that tells you that they want you to see it, but they ain't telling you about it. So that's super important to understand. Okay, even in the documentary they don't speak about it. Just like I told you before, if you look at part 1, Back to the Future, when the black truck rolls up in the beginning and Marty's looking at it, and it's standing right there by the gas prices, and it says gas war there. Why does it say gas war there? Do you understand? You have to have some critical thinking. Not once in the movie do they talk about the price of gas and how high it is. But they want you to see that there's a gas war. And right now there's a gas war. All-time highs before never seen in the States over here. Gas is jumping like crazy. Okay? In part 2, they show you with Biff and everything, and when Biff was the man and Biff was his father, Marty's father, they were even showing you a tank rolling through the streets. Okay? We're going to war right now in Ukraine with the colors blue and yellow. Go look at part 3 and Back to the Future. What's the color of the train that destroys the DeLorean? It's blue and yellow. Okay? Maybe, and now I'm thinking about it, maybe that symbol, that train destroying the DeLorean, the blue and yellow is representing Ukraine, and they're destroying the old time machine, basically, of the way we used to do things, of using paper money and stuff like that, and it's going to bring in the new financial way. Okay? And if you think about it a little bit more deeper, when the black truck also pulls up, what was on there was Statler Toyota. Remove the L and you have Stater. Now if you did a little research, you go back and you understand that Stater was one of the first currencies in existence. It's called a silver Stater. It's another reason why I said it's important. The car, the DeLorean, was silver. The pick that Marty used to play the guitar that blew up the amp, that was also silver. And when they made the model to figure out how they were going to get the DeLorean into the future in part 3, because they were in the Western times with no gas stations, when they built the model, it only said silver mining and never said gold mining. So they stated it was a new way, I guess a new currency. It was just introduced when they started minting coins and stuff like that. So this is going to be also some type of like newest currency that they're bringing in, which is going to be the data currency. It's no longer going to be paper currency. Not to say that it's going to disappear completely, but it's going to be used less, and people are going to be using a new form of payment, a new form of money. And these are just my thoughts, no financial advice. This is just the way I'm seeing things here. Things are getting exciting. Things are heating up. If you watch my other video, we've seen the leprechaun representing St. Patty's and the Easter Bunny fighting and then they exploding. That was on The Simpsons. So we shall see what's going to happen between today and next month. I think these 2 months are going to be really exciting. Either it's going to be super buying opportunities, we're going to get a low price, or we're going to have a high spike. All right, and then I think August is going to be a big time also, being that I've been following the number 88 and the number 22. They say that it's very important. I'm thinking that August 8th can be a very powerful day. So we shall see what happens on that day, because then we'll have the 88 and 22 on that date. So that's going to be interesting. My eyes will be peeled pretty much from the time I end this video all the way until August 8th to see what other events happen in between. So that's enough for this video. Thank you for hanging in there, liking, subscribing, and listening to my crazy visions. These are all hypothetical. Nobody knows really. This just is how I'm feeling. And yeah. Let me know how you feel about this war, and what do you think may happen, how long this war is going to go, and so on. Love you. Share, like, and subscribe, and I'm out of here.